Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So on today's video, we are going to proceed with the employees management system in ASP.NETCOREMVC. So as you can see, we have our HR and payroll module where you can access the employees list. We have holidays where you can also access holidays. We also have leave adjustments where you can do a negative or positive leave adjustments. And you can also see we have a leave balances where you can see the leave balances per employee. Then you also have leave periods. You can create a leave periods within the system. Leave applications module, we have the leave types where you can create a leave types. Leave applications where you can actually create a new leave application, attach a photo, and even if it's a document, choose the leave type or add all these details and save. Then it has a workflow, so you can actually approve a leave application, as you can see with the status. Then you can also reject. So you can see here we have rejections that has been done. Then under system security, we have an area where you can track system users within the system. You also have system roles where you can track all the roles and you can actually assign rights to those particular roles. You can see here you can tick the rights that you want to assign specific roles, and down here you can save assign the rights. So also we have system profiles. This actually tracks the modules and some modules within the system and also the specific rights. Then we have the system audit logs. We are able to track all the logs that you are doing within the system. If you just view the details, you'll be able to see the entries and the audit logs that are there. Then system security, we have under system administration, you have the designations, department, banks, countries, towns, cities, and all other details. So on our previous video, we actually changed how we were representing our data. And on our employees section, we added a view models and we also used our AUTOMAPPER. So if I just go to our employees module, you can actually see within our code, we introduced AUTOMAPPER and we are able to use this when we were creating. So within the list as well, you can see we used employees view model and assigned the values within employees view model and return our view model. So we changed this from using the models to view models. Then we also did the same when we are trying to add employees data. You can see we are expecting data from our employees view model. Then we actually used AUTOMAPPER here to map data from our employees view model to our employee model. So one thing that I want us to do today is, assuming on our employees list, we should actually have kind of you can see here we have an area for us to search. But now in some scenarios, you might want to have a section here for searching without actually making use of this search here. So I want us to add a section for us to search within our index page. So within our index page, I'm going to index. Then on this area, within our index page, I want us to add just within the index page here, I want us to add an area for us to search, and we are going to search either by the employee name or some details. So what I want us to do here, I want us to introduce a div class, then we'll do row. So let's just do that. Then here I can actually close this. So I'll just close that. Then I can actually do as well here div class. So I'll just do class. Then here I'll do call md12. So you can do that and you can close. So here I'll have my div. So I want us to introduce some filters within our page. So here I'm going to close this. So inside here we can also introduce a form. I want us to introduce form. Then you can say ASP action. These will be taken to index. Then we can say M type. That is a multi-part form data. Then we can actually also have a class. So I'll just do form. Then I'll do vertical. So then if we just do that, I'll also close my form and we have it that way. So if I do that, then the next thing that I want us to have here is we can have our div class, then I'll just do class equals to, then I'll do form group. Then this form group I'll do call md, then I can do 2. Then I'll close. Inside here now I can have my labels. So I'll say label. Then I can do here sp4. So here maybe you can say full name. That is the full name of the employee. And we can do class. We can have control. Then we can do label. So if we just do that, and I can also close this. So then down here we can have now our input. So I'll just do input. Then sp4. So I'll just do sp4. Then we can do here full name. So then we can do, so here I'll just do class as well. Then we can have form control. So I want us to have some filters within our application. So as you can see, we now have a section here where we have some filters. So I want us to see how these appears on our form. So if we just apply the changes, so let's just check on our app how this looks like. So let's just wait to refresh. So if you're new to this channel and you like our videos, consider subscribing. We notice most of you guys are watching our videos and you've not subscribed. So I'm going to rebuild this, then apply the changes. Then we should be able to see how our actually filter looks like. So let's just wait and see. If everything goes well, then we should be able to have a very good UI there, where we can actually search employees based on names. So that is assuming you want to have, you don't want to leverage the bootstrap filter. So you can actually have your own filters. So let me just log in. So if we go to employees list, then you should actually see here it's something is coming up. So what I want us to do is I want us to use cards. So I'll just do this, and I can actually put this within our card. Then I'll remove the title. We just have the body. Then I can close this here. I'll just do this. div close. Can also close div. Then we can format it. So let's just see how it looks. So this is closed. It is now within the card body, and we have everything sorted out. So if we refresh, so let's just see how this looks. So if we go back here, you'll be able to see some changes. So you can see now we have a section here that is actually now displaying card. But now our form, our input form is not looking good. So this should be, let's just see what property we are using on our create. Then you can borrow it. So you can see this is what we need. Let's just copy this here, and we can reuse it here. So I'm going to replace it here to ensure that we have everything. So I'll do full name, and I'll also do here full name. And actually I've seen what is the issue. You see this is 2, so we can do this 4, so that we have a very good UI. Then apply the changes. Let's go back and see how our UI looks like. This is still a small, so let's just do away with this. We see. Let's just do away with that. Apply our changes, then see how it looks. So there we go. Yes, so you can see now we have the full name, and this is how it displays. So we can also add another filter. So I'm going to copy it here. Then assuming for the employees, we want to filter by phone number. So I'm going to also have here my phone number. So I'll just do phone number. I'll also do here phone number. So if we apply the changes, then we should have our filter within our application. So you can see, but the filter now is going, that is within going down, but we want this to be arranged in a row. So what I want us to do is, so this is a form group. So this is form group, and I want us to have these. So let's just do here, call MD, then you can do here, 12. You can do here, let's just say 6. And I want us to have here div 12, and I'm going to close, sorry, I want us to have this here in our form. I want us to have this that way, then we can close this that way, then we can. So if we do that way, then I want us to have this is called div md6. So then I'm going to update my app. Then let's just check how that will come out. So it's up now a bit small. This is going that way, and I'm going to have it this way. Then let's just do this as a row. Then I'm going to close this. So it's already closed. So if we apply the changes, I need to have this in a row. So let's just confirm. There we go. So we have full name, phone number. But now I want us to have these. So I can do here. So let's just do this column MD6. So I'm also going to have this that way. And if I apply the changes, let's just see what will happen. So there you go. So you can see we now have our full name and phone number. So I can also add another filter. So on our form, you can see we can have email address. So I'll also add another filter here for email address. So I'll do email address here, email address. And you can also search by employee number. So I'm going to add it as the first thing here. I'm going to have the employee number. So this is the employee number that way. So here if I apply my changes, then I should be able now to have my filters here. So there you go. You can see this is 12. So let's just do this. I want us to have here this one. So I'm going to copy this, and I want this to cover the all section. So I'm going. So you can see it's now covering our all form. So here, so let's just do here MD6. So we have our call MD12 here. Then we have our div row. Just have the row inside, then we can do that. So if we apply the changes here, I want us to have these in 2 rows, columns I mean. So let's just refresh. So you can see we have these and these, but we can now limit this to, let's just do here 4, 4, 4, so that we have 3 of them. So if we apply the changes here again, we should be able to have these in. There we go. So we now have this that way. So the next thing that we need to add is we need to add a search button, or we can actually have, yes, we need to add a search button. So to do that, I want us to go back here, and inside here, just after this, we can do, so I'll just do div, then class, then I'll just do call md2, then I'll close this, my div there, then I'll actually have my button, then I can say type is a button, then we can have a class, just have my class here, and say btn success. Then I can actually say btn block. Yes. Then I can also set my size. I can say margin there, I can do 10. Then inside here, I can actually close my button and I can have an icon. So I can do I class. Then I can do far. I don't know if we have such an icon, but we'll be able to see. Then I close it. Then I can now have here, can say search as my text. So I'm going to do away with this. Just, yes, we have it there. Then I can also copy this and have my other button, just a button to reset. So this, now some space here. Then I can do here clear. So that will be my button to clear the filters. Then I can do here, this we can have as a default button. You can say the default. Then we can have these, we can say this is a reset. So we can do here reset. I'll show you where we are going to use this reset and that. Then, so let's just, we can remove this. We can have the same thing here. Let's just have a block. Then I'll show you how we'll add another class to reset. So then here we can do far, then you can say eraser. So if we apply the changes, we should be able to have our buttons. So let's just see. So there we go. You see, we now have our button search, and we have the clear button. So, but I think our success button is not displaying. We missed something there. So I'm going to refresh. So we should have our button. There we go. So we've added our buttons. So as you can see, we've added our buttons. We have the search and clear. So one thing that you need now to ensure is whenever we just type in anything here, we should actually filter our data here and display those only records that is actually related to the filters. So the next thing that we need to do is, let's just go now to our index page. So under controllers, let's go to our index controller, then within employees controller. So within employees controller, let's go to index action. So we need now to do some filters within our index page. And whenever someone types in anything, then we need to actually do apply the filters and return the list of data that matches to that filter. So one thing that I want. So since we have our employees here, so what I want us to do is I want us to filter the list that we have here. So we can now do if, can say string dot is null or empty. Then you want to check our employees. So we'll just say employees, this one dot full name. So we want to check if we have anything that has been supplied as a filter. So I'll just do that. Then I can say if it's not null or empty, then we need to get our list of employees here. Then we say we assign it to the new list. We say dot where. Then we have our x dot full name. So we say full name dot contains. So we want to see everything that we have there. I'll just do that. Then dot contains here, we now use our employees dot full name. So there we go. So then we can also check our phone number. So I'm going to do here phone number. So if you want to do that, then you can say phone number. So I don't know this is if it's int, yes. So if this is int, so we'll say this is int. Then you can say if it's greater than 0. So you can as well do the same. So here I'm going to do that, and I think we have an error here, so we need to close this. So there's something there, we need to close that, then we can close this. Yes, so that is okay. So here it says, so we need to, so this is, yes, so we need to say here to list. So we need to have this to list, so that we have here our list. Then also here we need to check our phone number. So we want to have the exact phone number here. So for our case, we'll just do here, I'm going to do here is equals to, so is equals to employee, then phone number. Then we'll also have here to list, Then I'm going to do another thing here. So this is one way of doing the filter. So I'll actually be showing you how to do another very simple way. So I'm going to do this, then here I'll do email address, and also here we'll do email address is equals to email address. So if we do that, then we should have our list. Then which other filter are we supplying? So we have email address, phone number, and the employee number. So we can also do employee number. So we want here employee number. So we'll just do here employee number. Then I'll do here employee number. Then this is employee number. So if we do that, let's just now relaunch our app, and we should be able to see how our filter works. So if we launch our app, we should now be able to load all the list of employees. But in case of any filters that you want to supply, then we should be able to filter our list. So let's just launch our app, then be able to see that. So if you're new to this channel and you are watching our videos, please consider subscribing and like our video. So I'm going to use here just a login. Then I'll just do, then if I sign in, then here I'll go to employees list. And as you can see, we have a list. So that means there is something that has happened. So if we just go to our employees, we should be able to check if we have anything that has been supplied, and we have. So let's just confirm. If I just reload our app, so if I reload this, that means we have something on our employees model. So you see, we have a phone number. So if we just do that, let's just see why it has filtered. So we have our employees list, which are 16, but our full name doesn't contain anything. So that means this is if is null, is not null or empty. So you see, it is actually doing something there. It has filtered our list to now 2, which should not be the case. It has jumped that, it has jumped that, it has jumped that. So that means on our full name, here we should actually do dot. So I'll just dot, I'll try to trim. Then we should not be able to have something blank. So let's just check that. So we should have our 16 employees before even doing anything. That either filtering or so let's just do that. So I'm going to launch our app. Then I'll just do admin. Then here I'll do that way. So if I just log in, go to our app here, then if we go to our list, so it has jumped. So that is okay. So if we just proceed, we will have our 16 list of employees. So I want us to filter by this number only. So I'll just do here. And if I click search, so our search is not doing what we need it to do. So that is our search button. So what we need to do, let's just go back to our employees list. So going to our employees list. So here, then under index, so our button. So what should we do with our button? So you can see our button is a type button, but here we should actually do submit. So if we just do that and apply our changes, when we click, we should now be able to see our filter taking into action. So that refreshes. So I'm going to use, let's just do here 2. So if I click, you can see it has given us all the list of employees within our application. So let's just do year 9. You can see it has given us one of the employee. If we do email address, so let's just do away with this and provide our email address here. So if we click search, it has given us all the list of employees with the test@gmail.com. So we can also do phone number. I'm going to do this phone number here, and I can have my phone number here. Then if I click search, it has given me my phone number. So the other thing that I want us to do is within our employees list here, I want us to do something here. I want us to come down here, just then have our employees list, but I want us to change this to a variable. And can say raw data. So that raw data, I want us to say employees, then to that, then I can say as I want us to use something called as queryable, this one. So if we do that, then we want to remove this. So do away with the await. Then once we do that, I want us to use now here our that raw data is equals to that. Then we say dot. So you can say, so here we should do dot where. Then what's wrong here? So we should do away with this. So I want us to change that. Let's do away with the list. So let's just zoom this. Then we do away with this list. So if you do that, then you see our data is okay now. Use raw data here as well. Use here raw data as well. Then remove the to list. Then also same thing here. So this will be a bit faster. So there we go. Then we do away with this. Then now also the same thing here. We use raw data. We use here raw data. I'm going to do that. Then here you should remove to list. Then after that, we now assign our employees list here. We say await. Then we say raw data dot to list async. So we can do that. Then we will have our list as well. So if we do that, let's just launch our app and see if that works. So I'm going to launch my app. So let's launch. So if you're new to this channel and you're watching our videos, click subscribe, like our video, and comment down below. So there we go. So let's just launch our app. So we notice 90% of you guys are watching our videos and you have not subscribed. So if you're one of them, then please consider subscribing. So if I sign in, I should be able to see under HR and payroll. If I click list, you can see I still have my 16 employees. Then if I just do here by employee number 1 and click search, you can see I have my employee number. So I can also, maybe assuming you want to do search based on employee number and email address, so you can also do the same thing. So if I do here phone number, I'll have all my phone numbers that has all the employees with that phone number. You can see. So that is how you can do a search, and you can see now our form how it looks. It looks a bit better. So assuming you can see here, we also have these options here to do the search. So you can also make use of this search area. But assuming you want to do multiple search with a different combination, then it's best to have these at the top here. So we'll be having these within our employees across all the systems. So if you're new to this channel and you're watching our videos, please consider subscribing, like our video, and share. See you in our next video. Bye.